Netflix announced its third African original drama. Jiva is a series centered on the life of talented street dancer Ntombi, who, while juggling the demands of a dead-end job, family responsibilities and a rocky love life, realizes that her dance moves could perhaps be her ticket out of her working-class neighbourhood in Durban. Award-winning writer, director and producer Busisiwe Ntintili is the creator and showrunner of Jiva, and she joins us now via Skype to share more on the film. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I mentioned in the intro, what is the series about, Busi? And what is it that you've taken into consideration for you to decide to come up with this series?
Really, the series is about celebrating South African youth culture. And it's about celebrating young people and them chasing after their dreams. And that's where the story came from. It came from sort of being around a lot of young people in my work and seeing how hungry they are and how this new generation is very inventive in terms of using their talents to express themselves and express their voices. And dance is like the best way of expression. It's in our blood, and we see it on YouTube, we see it all over social media with young people sharing videos. So it was just an entryway into a story about a young person following their dreams.
Busi, let's talk about the role of the storyteller and how you think it'll evolve with the current times we're facing.
Yeah, I think we're facing very challenging times, not just for our industry, but for the country at whole. Yeah. But I think the thing about being a creative and a storyteller is that we are used to adapting, so we adapt with the times. And I think also it's important as a storyteller to be a voice as well, to be a mirror for what's happening in that time and space. So I really expect that there will be a lot of very interesting, moving, funny, dramatic stories that come out of this lockdown. I'm sure people have a lot of stories to tell about what's been going on in their homes. So I think storytellers and writers are going to be very inventive. And then, in terms of filmmaking itself, once we get up in production, I think South African crews are some of the most dedicated, experienced professional crews in the world, really. And I think we'll be able to adapt. There's been new regulations now about how we have to shoot. And I think we'll figure it out, and we'll make sure that we comply to the regulations. But, as they say in showbiz, the show must go on.
And speaking of regulations and adapting to the new norms, with the strict rules and restrictions being made on set now, for example, no kissing and no hugging. So how much effect will those have in the storytelling?
I think for the immediate time, it will affect especially your daily shows, your sort of soapies and telenovelas. And so writers and writing teams will have to probably edit some scenes and edit some storylines to adapt. But, hopefully this pandemic is not going to last forever. We know that, things eventually will return to a new kind of normal. So, audiences can look forward to their favorites, lovebirds smooching on screen again in the near future. But for now, it's just about rewriting scenes and rearranging things so that we keep people safe.
Busi, there's absolutely no prizes for guessing that since Netflix is an international online streaming medium and that the fact that there are certain standards that need to be adhered to, what are these standards? And were you under any pressure to stick to those standards?
In terms of standards of shooting?
In terms of the content, in terms of the quality of the shooting, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the standards, yes, you're right. They have extremely high standards. This show is going to be aired in countries across the world. It's going to be seen in many different languages. And so you have to make sure that the quality is of an international standard. But I think the work that we've been doing, and I know the work I've been doing for the past 20 years of my career, has prepared me for this moment. Sure. because I've worked with international producers before. I've worked on international shows before. And the shows that we've produced in South Africa are really world-class as well as the film I produced. So I think the standards are high, but also Netflix is a very supportive broadcaster and a partner to work with. So I haven't felt pressure or anything.
And how rigorously did you stick to the script while shooting, as you say that you didn't feel any pressure at all?
No, I didn't feel pressure from the broadcaster or from a standards point of view. But I think as a producer, you always feel pressure from yourself because you always want to do your best work. And I think I'm a perfectionist. So in terms of pushing my team and making sure we get the best quality, that was definitely there. And when it comes to the script, a lot of people think you write the script and it's done, but that's not true. I think we have dozens of drafts of the script. And even when you start to shoot as well, things happen and actors also add their own insights and the director as well. So you're constantly amending and elevating the script as shooting.
And when do we get to see this film?
It's a 6-part drama series that's going to be airing on Netflix. Because of COVID, the scheduling everything has been put on hold. So even our shooting has been put on hold.
Okay.
So I can say in the near future, it'll be coming to Netflix.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Good to know that, Busi. Thank you so much for chatting to us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Well, Jiva is a